You're sitting at your desk with a massive to-do list, but your thoughts feel slow, like they're moving through thick mud. Your focus keeps slipping away, and trying to make one simple decision feels like thinking through wet cement. That isn't always just a bad day or a lack of coffee. Sometimes your brain may be reacting to signals coming from a very unexpected place, your gut. You see, your gut and your brain are not separate systems working in isolation. They are in constant conversation. They communicate through a complex network called the gut-brain axis. Think of it as a biological superhighway, a high-speed, two-way communication line connecting your intestines, your immune system, your nervous system, and your brain. What happens in one place can directly affect the other. So let's zoom in on that connection, right down to the cellular level. Picture the lining of your intestines. It's an incredible barrier, just one cell thick, designed to absorb all the nutrients from your food while keeping unwanted substances safely inside the gut. But this delicate barrier can be disturbed. Things like chronic stress, a few nights of poor sleep, infections, or a diet consistently low in quality can upset the balance of your gut environment. When that happens, the immune cells that stand guard just behind that barrier can sound the alarm. They release inflammatory messengers called cytokines. These are tiny proteins that act like emergency flares, signaling that there's a problem. These signals can travel through your bloodstream and reach your brain. Now, they don't necessarily damage your brain cells directly. Instead, they change the environment in which your neurons communicate. Imagine your brain cells are trying to send and receive a crystal clear radio signal. Information flows effortlessly. Now, add a wave of inflammation from the gut. Suddenly, there's static. The signal becomes fuzzy and distorted. Communication feels less efficient. This is what brain fog can feel like at a cellular level. Your attention becomes harder to maintain. Your mental energy drops, and familiar tasks that you could normally do on autopilot suddenly require a lot more effort. It's what we call cellular noise. Your brain is still working, but the signal-to-noise ratio has changed, making clear thinking a real challenge. So, what can you do about this, starting today? You don't need a massive overhaul. Start with one simple, low-effort habit. Add one serving of a fiber-rich whole food to a meal you're already eating. Why fiber? Because fiber is the preferred food for your beneficial gut microbes. When those microbes feast on certain types of fiber, they produce powerful compounds called short-chain fatty acids. One of the most important of these is named butyrate. Butyrate is the primary fuel source for the cells that make up your intestinal lining. It helps keep that barrier strong and healthy, and it plays a critical role in calming inflammation. Keep it simple. You could add a handful of berries or a scoop of oats to your breakfast, toss some beans or lentils into your lunch salad, or just add an extra serving of vegetables like broccoli or leafy greens to your dinner. Just remember to increase your fiber intake gradually, especially if you're not used to it, and be sure to drink enough water. Of course, this isn't an instant cure for every type of brain fog. That feeling can also come from poor sleep, medication side effects, nutrient deficiencies like low iron, thyroid problems, depression, or other medical conditions. But supporting your gut is a powerful and practical place to begin. So, the next time your brain feels like it's stuck in that wet cement, remember the problem may not be all in your head. Your gut, your immune system, and your brain are constantly exchanging information. When inflammatory signals create cellular noise, clear thinking becomes harder. And by nourishing your gut, you might just be clearing the static from your mind.